A decade back, FC Barcelona were comfortably the best team in the world. They had some of the greatest players in their position, playing a style of football which was barely seen before. Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, and now they have sacked four managers in almost 2 years. They are ninth in the league, and if they lose to Benfica, they might end up in the Europa League. So, welcome to the Football Parliament podcast. Today, we will be talking about Barca's recent game and how Xavi will line up his team, his style of playing. So, starting off with you, Nityam, who's new to our podcast, what do you think about Barca's recent game?
I mean, they had a very good start, a very bright start, 3-0 up after 35 minutes. And after that, they should either have scored 5 or 6 or just stopped at 3-0 and shouldn't have let the opponent score. But they were poor, very poor after Ansu Fati got injured. And yeah, the team crumbled.
So, what do you feel were the errors from Barca's side? Was it them not being able to dominate in the midfield, middle of the park, or was it the defense?
There were various areas where Barca struggled in the second half. Ter Stegen, or as people are calling him, Ter Static nowadays. But yeah, the defense was poor again, and again the midfield. Barca have some of the best midfield talents throughout history. Xavi, Iniesta, but now they can't even dominate a midfield against a very average Celta Vigo side.
Okay. Now, on to you, Anshuraj. As Natya mentioned about the midfield, so there is this midfielder who was outcasted by Koeman. That was Ricky Puig. What do you feel about him? Will he get a position under Xavi?
I mean, he did come on in the second half against Celta Vigo. I thought he was all right. Didn't do anything special. Under Xavi, I mean, it is to be seen. There's a lot. I mean, we've not even had a single training session under Xavi yet, so it's
Yeah.
very hard to predict what he's going to do. But Puig might get. He'll definitely get more minutes than what he got under. He's he had played single digit minutes before the Celta Vigo match in the 21-22 season. So there is definitely going to be an improvement in his game time. Ricky Puig, I mean, he has lots of talent, but if he's not going to play, and I mean, he's not going to harness that talent in any way or form if he's not playing. So yeah,
You talked about prediction. Can you predict Barca's starting 11 under Xavi?
under Xavi, I mean, it's really so Xavi. I mean, at Al Sadd, he has lined up in a 3-4-3, but not your conventional 3-4-3 with like wide wing backs. He lines up in a midfield four and a front three, two defensive pivots, two inside midfielders, and a front three. So that's like pretty different to what we've seen nowadays. And he wants to like create numerical superiorities against the opponent in all parts of the pitch. So this is why he employs four midfielders instead of the usual two in a back three. And yeah, so in terms of players who will start, the keeper, I mean, Neto is arguably a better shot stopper than the statue, but the second will start because Xavi wants a keeper who can play with his feet. Neto is not that great with the ball at his feet. Coming to the centre backs, we might see a return of Clement Longley to the side because he's left-footed and he can play on the those like left-footed passes to the wide players or to the midfielder who will drop to the left side. Then in the middle, I think PK will play just because experience. We lack experience in the defense, and we saw that against Celta Vigo, where we totally collapsed from a three-goal lead. On the right side of defense, Eric Garcia will play because he's good on the ball, uh, and Xavi wants his defenders to be the first line of offense. So these two. defensive pivots, mostly Frankie de Jong and Busquets will play here just because they are the better midfielders in the team. Nico might get a game in here, uh, but
He's a left back. Oh, sorry, Balde is your
no, no,
left
no.
back. My bad.
Balde is the left
Balde
back.
is your left.
Nico will be like backup to both of them. He's capable of playing
Defensive.
as a defensive midfielder. Now on to the two attacking midfielders. I think Pedri will definitely have a spot here when he is back. Second
Yeah.
attacking midfielder, I think Gavi will have the edge over Puig because Gavi has been in great form recently, and Puig has not
Hmm.
really been match fit. He's not really played a lot of games recently, so that is why I think Gavi and Pedri will play in the attacking midfielder spots. Coming on to the front three, I mean, I think the front three selects itself for now, with Fati on the left, Depay down the middle, and Dembele on the right if he's fit. But now he's not. So that is why Xavi might not play this formation. He might switch to a 3. He might switch to a 4-3-3. The conventional Barcelona 4-3-3. But again, this desires another wide player, which is another gap over here. In the previous formation, we didn't see the use of fullbacks. So there is less to suggest that
Mingueza comes in, no?
Mingueza might come in at right back. Alba, who missed out in the last formation because he didn't have any
Yeah.
fullbacks, might be present in this one with the centre back pairing ideally being PK and Garcia. Has taken picks himself in goal because of his ball playing abilities. Busquets at DM. The two central midfielders, I mean, Barcelona have a depth of options in here. So
De Jong
Xavi
and
will
Pedri
probably,
probably.
yeah, De Jong, Pedri, Gavi, Nico. So there's a lot of options for Xavi to pick. So I mean, I think he'll probably pick the two midfielders who are in the most form. Or yeah, so there's that. And on the left, Fatty, uh, Memphis down the middle, and this right winger spot is where Xavi is going to have a lot of problems trying to fill in because Xavi wants his team to have two proper wingers, and currently has none because Dembele is it as usual. So
Yes, can also play at the right winger spot.
Best can definitely play
Yeah, we've
there.
recently seen Dest and Coutinho play on the right under Koeman. So,
Mm.
is that a short-term solution, Nityam?
Yeah, I think in the January transfer window, they'll have to target people who could potentially replace Dembele since he's running down his contract. And
Hmm.
until they get a conventional winger which they can play week in, week out, I think they'll have to stick with people like Dest to fill in.
Raheem Sterling has been linked with Barcelona recently. Can he be the man who can play on the Barca's right, Ansuraj?
I think so. I think so. He's a proper natural winger. Xavi desires two wingers in the setup, so Sterling could be that man, and I think he's willing on a move as well. So yeah, so Sterling could be the man to you know fill in that white spot for Barcelona.
Hmm. And as you said that Javi plays with a 4-3-3 formation with two wingers, but since Barca's lack of depth in the right wing spot, can't they just go for a 4-4-2 diamond with four midfielders because they've clearly got the depth in the middle of the park? They've got Pedri who can play on the left, Busquets is a CDM, De Jong can play on the right, and you've got a cam, probably Nico or probably in Coutinho or someone else on the cam spot.
I mean, we'll have to see how adaptive Xavi is because from what I've heard, he wants to play with a set philosophy regardless of the
Hmm.
players at his disposal. So
Hmm.
he's not going to be like Koeman, who's going to change formations every 3 games depending on what is available to him. Xavi is probably going to want to have a set system and set players who play in set positions, which
Hmm.
which is not something which we've had at the club for quite some time. So yeah,
Nityam, do you think the set philosophy which Xavi has will work at Barcelona, or he'll have to change systems?
So temporarily it might not work, but Barca fans have to lower their expectations and wait and be patient with Xavi because he's still learning and he's still very young at coaching and he'll improve
Yeah.
with time. So if they can give him time, I'm sure he'll turn Barca back into a world class team and a force to be reckoned with both in Europe and in La Liga.
Good point. So that is the video from today for y'all today. That is the video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for more.